Morning. Nothing like a morning tripod up your ass. Actually, really good night's sleep here. There's a bit of a slope, which you do notice, but I've just looked out the window and it's pretty nice to wake up to this. Check it. Not sure if you can quite see, just over the horizon there's a big red, looks like a Virgin hot air balloon. So when I woke up this morning, I looked out the window, the hot air balloon was just there. It was so cool, but the camera didn't have any charge typically, and by the time I've managed to get some clothes on and get the door open, as you could see, it had just gone over the horizon now. It's gone behind the bushes. It's obviously some sort of Virgin hot air balloon experience site over there. But yeah, that was cool to wake up to. Last night there was, in the tree I'm parked next to, there was obviously some owls. I think they were probably little owls. Recently know that because I've went to the New Forest last weekend. Yeah, learned a little bit about the owls in the what used to be called the Otter and Owl Sanctuary. Show me age. It's not just me, my blue denims and my white trainers that are giving away my age here. But yeah, it was a good night's sleep really. So I'm ready to head off and do some work today. Right, so today I'm going to be putting the Brit Stops to the test. So yesterday was Park for Night. Tonight we're doing Brit Stops. So I've got to go head up towards into the Surrey Hills today to yet another county. So that's like 4 counties in 2 days. So I'm going to be heading into Dorking, and I'm going to find a pub and hope food's good, hope beer's good. Yeah, let's test out Brit Stops. Let's see how good that is.
Find a higher ground. I just have to reach past the summit line.
Okay, so just to put a perspective on things, I've just turned up at a spot that's on Park for Night. It's right around the corner from my Brit Stop that I'm going to. So I just wanted to do a kind of a like for like. I'm going to stop here, I'm just going to do a little scout of the area, then I'm going to head off to the Brit Stop. And just a bit of a comparison and see what I fancy. Right now, this is a nice spot. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's there's a few cars parked up, but I can tell it's going to be quiet this evening. But whether or not it's a little too dark and dingy, I don't know. I'm going to go and have a wander.
Still I'm thinking about our past. Now when you are gone, I can see all things so clear.
So it looks like there's some walks you can do. I had a little furry little friend with me. Be a nice place to go for a walk. But a man with a great big camera in his hand, walking through the woods. Everyone stares at you.
I can find a higher ground. I just have to reach past the summit line. I can find a higher line over the clouds above.
So as you've probably seen in the distance there's only a freaking windmill. Do not see windmills every day, so that puts a massive bonus point to Park for Night. Parking next to a windmill, yes. So I'm going to head over to the windmill and see what I can see. I have actually got my drone in the van as well, so I'm going to have a look and see if it's suitable to get the drone out.
Stranger in the night, take a chance for some romance. Don't cover your eyes. Willow trees know you better than anyone else. It's time you let your guard down for someone like me. I'd say I'm settled and pretty calm. I don't storm in the storm.
So I have actually just been called a strange man with a camera over there. Been called worse, I guess, but yeah. So I'm sure you've already noticed, but I've got out of my dad jeans and I've got my pins out, and it's such a nice evening. I could just chill here for a while, so I'm definitely giving a massive brownie point to Park for Night for this spot. It's a good one.
The sweetest red cheese I'd ever seen. You stand beside me in every dream. Angel garden.
Well, I've got some bad news. The drone doesn't seem to work. So I'll have to sit down and have a little play with the drone and try resetting it, see if something like that will get it working again. But at the moment there's no chance that's going up, which is such a shame because that windmill looks awesome. I was just going to fly it through and yeah, it would look cool, but not today. One massive downside to this parking space is there is no Wi-Fi at all. No Wi-Fi. Not only does that mean I can't Google what's wrong with my drone, I can't do any updates on the drone, but worst of all, I can't connect to the internet, therefore I can't work here. I'm planning on working in this spot, so it's a no-go for work for me, so I'm going to have to find somewhere with an internet connection. So that means I'm going to go and try my Brit Stop. So just to show you how it works, you have to look it up by county. So I'm not at all in Kent. I am actually I'm in West Sussex. So there's Sussex West. Right, so it seems that most of the Sussex, or West Sussex should I say, page 106 of most of them. I did actually pre-look this up earlier and went on Google Maps, but I've got no internet, so I have to try and remember which one it was that I liked.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in all conversations, cause I've always been told.
Okay, so I've managed to pull in the pub across the road, which isn't actually the pub that I was looking for, but I've managed to get a little bit of Wi-Fi, so I've managed to sat-nav where I need to go, so I'm on my way.
Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Okay, there's loads of room in the car park, so I'm going to park up, probably backing onto that field over there actually. Looks quite good to me, so I'm going to park up just up here. Just in front of those English flags. A load of Christmas trees by the looks of it. Okay, so we got the dog and duck. It says phone ahead. I haven't. Dog's welcome. Maybe soon. But it says it has Wi-Fi. I suppose it's got Wi-Fi in there, because I sure do not have Wi-Fi on my phone. Oh, it's so frustrating. No internet basically out here. I mean, I'm in the countryside, so these sort of things can't be helped, but I've got to work, and I've got quite a lot to do tomorrow as well, so I need to make sure that I can get some Wi-Fi somehow.
I'll always be by your side, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.
So a quick little way up of the two parking spots. They're right near each other. The first one, a lot more wild. This one, it's not particularly nice. I mean, it's a pub. It's a pub car park. I mean, I guess Brit Stops are all going to be pub car parks. They're all going to be very similar to this. With Park for Night, I guess you don't really know what you're going to get till you get there. But one thing I have got on both of these, which I keep moaning about, is no internet. And I need a connection. Not only that, I like to watch Netflix at night. Also, obviously, be in touch with Sophie. And I've literally got nothing. So it's a big dilemma, really. I think I'm going to have a look at another Brit Stop and see if I can find one that's actually got an internet connection. Okay, so it didn't quite go to plan, did it? So it turned out I've just been driving around looking for signal, more so than even looking for a parking space. But I've actually found a little inn on the lake. As it's an inn, I'm assuming they're going to have guests, so people parking up overnight. It's actually a really big car park, and there's an additional parking field as well, which is almost empty. Backs up onto the lake. So I'm just going to try my luck here tonight.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down, feel alive.
So I guess I need to come to a conclusion. Park for Night or Brit Stops. Two big epic failures for the working digital nomad like myself. If I didn't have work tomorrow, I'd quite happily sit there and chill out and have the door open, listen to the sound of nature. I do like that sort of thing. I love that sort of thing. That's totally me. But I have work. I tend to work almost every day. I could probably live without watching TV tonight. That's no big deal. But it's just the work side of things. So, I mean, I'm out in the countryside. It's lovely. And I have found a park up, but I found it very manually. Whether I'll get moved on or not, I'm not sure. It clearly is a fishing lake, and it says no overnight fishing. So I'm assuming because it's actually next to an inn and the car park's used for the guests at the inn, perhaps I'll be right here overnight and I won't get asked to move on. It's going to be one of those nights where you're going to lie there waiting just to see if you get away with it or not. The way I deal with that is I pretty much sleep fully clothed, and if I was going to get a knock, at least I can look out the window or open got a little slider, sort of peek in, hello. At least I can just say, oh, I'm just parked up, I'm working a night shift remotely, talking to clients overseas, so I need to be working through the night and I didn't want to wake anyone up at home, so I'm parked up in my little office on wheels. There's not really a law about that, is there? I suppose they can't really prove that you're living in your van. So that's my little get out clause. Hasn't actually happened to me yet, so I'm busking it tonight and let's see what happens in the morning. Morning all. It's not a bad night's sleep, I guess. I must confess I did feel a little anxious. Woke up a few times, listening to the noises, and there was a car moving about at some point that did wake me up, but I couldn't quite work out where and what they were doing. But at least it wasn't a dogging spot. Could have been worse, I guess. So yeah, not a bad spot. I'm going to remember this one. Definitely going to map it on my own personal geolocation app that I've been putting together. But I guess, yeah, weighing up between Park for Night and Brit Stops, both a bit of a failure for me, but only because of my working situation. If I was driving and I needed somewhere to stop off and get a good night's kit before heading, I don't know, maybe someone venturing into I don't know, England's Garden, Kent, maybe then Park for Night was better suited. Brit Stops, I've got a bit of a bad feeling about Brit Stops now. Is it going to be that kind of scenery every time? I mean, it's a pub car park, so yeah, maybe I kind of know what to expect on every single listing in that book now. Whereas Park for Night, it's a little bit more exciting. You don't know what you're going to get. I'm going to give them some scores and I'm going to go 0-0 at the moment. I'm totally going to wait and see what happens next time. So later on in my channel, I am going to do another comparison of Park for Night and Brit Stops and see if we get better luck next time.